going to have a crack. He is, you know. Oh, I say! Brilliant! That is schoolboy's own stuff. Oh, I bet even he can't believe it.
Good morning and good morning to you. Welcome to this Tuesday's episode of Good Morning Tottenham Away. I hope you guys are all great. And great I'm feeling this morning, I'm not going to lie. The reason being, hearing Son squashing those rumours about going to Saudi Arabia directly himself. He's not interested. He's not interested in moving. It's not a money thing. He wants to be playing in the Premier League and at Tottenham. And do you know what? Given how everyone plays it, always plays it cool, they always, or they might use this situation as bait to get themselves a better deal at the club. It's refreshing to hear someone like Son saying his intention is to stay on in the Premier League in the near future. And do you know what? Given the situation with obviously Lloris possibly leaving and Kane, not sure what's happening there, whether he's actually staying on go, because nothing has actually been said on his part, although it looks more likely that Kane will stay or will be forced to stay, given that he's got another year contract with the club. Son come out and actually said, I want to stay. And for me, that speaks volumes, man. It speaks volumes of the character, speaks volumes for him. And we publicly know that he had physical problems last season, which is why he wasn't able to perform in what we all used to seeing him performing. And it's just, refreshing to see someone committed. And for me, that's captain material right there. Man, people have, will argue the point and say, nah, Son's no captain. I'm sorry, but he's captain of his own country. And that's not because, he's the most famous South Korean player there. I think he has got quality material. I think he leads by example. Captains don't always have to be the loudest ones or the mouthiest ones or the ones that are most vocal or the ones that commit the most fouls or stuff like that. Captains also lead by example. Not always by mouth, but by action. And Sonny does that in abundance. In my opinion, guys, let me know your thoughts on the whole Son situation. No news yet as regarding David Raya. Everything's kind of stalemate at the moment until, whoever puts in the biggest bid. Listen, I remain convinced, and I said this a few days ago, that nothing's going to be happening in the month of June, just so we don't put anyone on a payroll until July. That's my take on it. I haven't changed my stance on it. I thought about it the whole month. I don't think anything's going to happen until the month of July. Maddison is likely to move next week. There's paper talk saying that, he's going to be moving on as early as next week. Let's hope that it won't be to Newcastle. It won't be to any Man United. Hopefully it still will be at Spurs. Boy, do we need a player like Maddison. Am I confident we're going to get him? Who knows, guys? I truly don't know. But let's move on to another player, guys. Victor Nelsson. The Lily Whites have already submitted their first offer to land the defender this summer, a Danish international. An update has emerged on Tottenham Hotspur and their efforts to add a new central defender to the squad in the summer transfer window. According to Turkish outlet Hürriyet via Sport Witness, Galatasaray centre-back Victor Nelsson has told his current club that he would like to move ahead of the 23-24 campaign. Reports claim that the player is now desperate to sign for Spurs or move to Spain after Sevilla attempted to snap him up in the summer of 2022. Nelsson is quoted as having said, I did my part and I didn't leave at the beginning of the season. You promised me at that time. Now I want to go to England or Spain. Please accept the offer that will turn Galatasaray into a profit. Daniel Levy is said to have already made an opening bid of 22 million euros. That's 18.5, between 18.5 and 19 million pounds, sterling pounds. But the Super League side are holding out for a fixed fee of 25 million euros, just over 21 million pounds, to part ways with a 24-year-old enforcer. Tottenham and Levy may now be hoping that his insistence on an exit from his club could play into their hands if they decide to go in with a second offer for the 6'1" Titans services. How did Nelsson perform last season? Let's look into this a little bit. Galatasaray's defensive rock enjoyed a solid campaign in the Turkish top flight, and his displays in 22-23 indicate that the potential is there for him to be a strong addition to Ange Postecoglou's options at the back. Nelsson averaged a SofaScore ratings of 6.95 across 33 league outings and helped his side to keep 15 clean sheets, whilst he won 57 of his individual duels. He also made 1.8 tackles and interception along with 3.3 clearances per game to cut out opposition attacks on a regular basis. Christian Romero's 6.97 was the only Tottenham defender to boast a more impressive average rating in the Premier League last term, and this suggests that Denmark international is capable of delivering performances that would make him one of the standouts in Postecoglou's defence. For all you stats lovers, there's his stats right there. I don't know too much about him. I'll be honest with you, I've not watched too many of Galatasaray's games to even have formed an opinion on him. I'm interested to know if you guys out there, Turkish fans, or even people that watch Turkish football, or perhaps are Danish and follow the national team, let me know your thoughts of the player in the comments below. Do you think he's the perfect partner, perhaps, for Christian Romero for next season? Young guy, 24 years old, is declared that he wants to leave the club, so that could indeed play in both Tottenham's hand and Sevilla if they're still looking for him. Hopefully we can get in there before Sevilla do, because I don't believe that we should be getting in once there's an ongoing battle or an auction for a player. I don't feel we get the best of it. So I hope in the next week or so we truly start moving for these players, and I would love nothing more, say come 1st of July, say bang 2-3 players already, personal terms agreed, and just get the fee done and bring them to the club. I remain more and more convinced now that nothing's gonna happen until the 1st of July to get the players in on the payroll then, so we don't have to pay them for the month of June. That's my take on it, guys, right or wrong as it may be. I've said this on a few videos already, and it's looking more and more likely that will be the case, as the 1st of July is also the day that Ange Postecoglou officially starts his job at Tottenham Hotspur. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Like, comment and subscribe as always. And as we're talking, as always, forever always, is come on you Spurs.